doesn't really know that Smeb is in this, and Roach using a lot of his cooldowns. And here we go, this might be first blood, trying to get onto Roach. There is that twisted advance, the flash away into Dredgeline, trying to block that. Nice depth charge to get score up, a flash will come out, and that will be first blood going over to score on the right.
Thinks might be warded, and then he dashes the pawn.
You know, a mistake, somebody gets caught, stuff like that, but generally early on they look pretty good. Hold that thought, a bit of a trade here. The wall coming out as well. Score coming from behind. And, oh man, just bursted off the map there by Edge. Nice combo. They were able to do this against KT. I think a lot of people would question where KT is at as a team right now.
So you can see what was happening is Score's pathing was a little bit off, and that actually delayed his arrival to this fight and caused him to not be able to get any damage out onto Soul. Deft ended up to back away.
Punch is...
Punch, I don't think he knows that he wasn't in the front.
What was that? Oh, man. Okay, well, here we go. I mean, they see Punch, and KT kind of assumes that the rest of them are with him. Mata's going deep, and he catches out Punch. Immediately, the tidal wave comes out. I hope that teleport will be canceled. There it is. Here comes the teleport from behind. The Drake getting pretty low, down to 1,500. Will Score get it? No. Punch is going to take the second dragon there, and Pawn actually gets engaged to Pawn. Ed's getting pretty low, trying to be burst down here by KT, but they just barely don't have enough damage. This is being turned around so huge onto KT right now. Smeb's going to eat that damage. There comes the culling. Flash forward from Roach. He's just so close to hitting that dredge line. Cocoon, oh man, skirting by Score.
3,000 gold lead, but with those two dragons, the pressure is a lot higher. Taking a look at the replay, Pawn, some might say he is a pawn if you've ever played chess, as he just gets completely removed for almost no purpose. And then you can see that they almost managed to lock up Edge, but not quite. Mata gets cut off from his team. Smep tried to do what he could, but it was in vain. And then at the very end, it was like a blind man's target practice. No one could hit any skill shots. Very fair and balanced items. Wonderful item, by the way, Brendan. I don't know if you've seen this before.
Oh, I love it. Look at this, though. Mana, he is going mad mode. Cougar is going to disappear. Soul, though, he's trying to go 1v5. It's almost working out here. And he's going to take out Soul, or rather Mana as well. Smeb in a really bad spot. Is going to go down double kill.
That's a pretty good trade any day of the week. And in favor of Kongdu, and there will be no vision for KT around the Drake, so we can probably write them off getting that too. But here in this replay, Mana gets locked up and chain CC'd. He flashes forward, gets onto Cougar. The shockwave came out from Pawn, and then Pawn decided it was a great idea to go into Soul. Then Soul decides to go Superman mode and stay in the fight. He absolutely shreds through Smeb with that Blade of the Ruined King. Have their mouths open. Like, what's happening?
So I think I saw maybe like 2 or 3 people clapping. Oh man, Depth totally gets locked up right there in the front. That is a huge pick for Kongdu Monster. They're easily going to be able to get this doing.
And it sort of leaves you wondering, where was this type of movement throughout the entire season? So in the replay here, Depth gets completely blown apart. The turret is obviously going to be poised to fall. Baron just way too much. Pawn not really able to offer too much.
They've just said, okay, this is our one shot. And they might just get it. Big knock up onto Soul. If they can burst him down, that would be huge. Down he goes. And will they continue forward? No, the tidal wave will push everybody back. Setting up the wall. And that will be the Baron going over to Kongdu Monster. Nothing that KT can do. The mid turret also getting very, very low. Top turret also low. Edge, meanwhile, is killing that bottom inhibitor. How is KT going to respond to this? They're going to engage onto Soul, who immediately QSS is out. They're going to knock him up. Down goes the inhibitor. Edge is coming from the bottom. Where's that Weaver's Wall? It's behind everyone. Smeb will eventually go down. Just being totally shredded. There is that Guardian Angel respawns into the kill. And it just doesn't look like KT can stand up to this team right now. Way too far ahead is Kongdu with the triple Infernal. Looking to end this one out. That's going to be all 3 inhibitors going down.
And without Smeb, I don't think that there's any hope anyway. Kongdu look to finish the next turn, but they do pick up a kill onto Edge.
That they do, but at the same time, Def going down, Soul almost taking turret Third damage there from the pool. Down goes Mata, and down will go the last two turrets. Kung Fu Monster desperately trying to get some more kills and pad their KDA. That hasn't been so good so far. That's going to be game number 1, going over to Kung Fu Monster over KT.
And what a surprising game number 1 for what many called the super team coming into LCK Spring. And it's weird to watch how they just performed in their last game versus like when the Telecom War series, but we're gonna go to a break. Mets here, and they're looking to make some stuff happen. He's probably just gonna flash ulti. Yep.
There's the flash and the flash out of Edge, but there's that dredge line, and the power unleashed grants first blood to Pawn.
To let farm. We can just see this right here where he's positioning in the lane. A little bit too far up. He tries to flash away, doesn't matter. Combo in the lockup from Smeb and Pawn, able to bring it.
And actually an exact ping. They know that they are there. No flash though on Edge, and Punch is here. And the knockup once again onto Edge. He cleanses. Oh, the shockwave completely misses. Punch, he ties him. Punch, oh wow, flash over the wall. And even before the kick could get off, that's going to be a kill. And finally,
the RNG gods are against them. So let's see this massive outplay here. Let me break it down for you really quick. So what ends up happening is he lands the stun, and then he lands the R. Ocean break. If they take a team fight right here, that probably means they get Herald too.
Well, Cougar just gets popped there. Oh, nice. Dredge line to knock him up. There's the knock up onto Punch. Will there be a follow-up? There's the stun into Cocoon, and that should be the end of his life. Shockwave comes out, but it's just not enough damage. Edge has been so crippled from the beginning of this game. Okay, let's take a look at this replay. It looks like Deft just fires it into the bush where they knew.
Deft just shot the arrow. Cougar gets completely destroyed, and then Smeb, sitting on top of a control ward, lands the dredge line. Casts his ultimate onto Punch. You can see that Score and Pawn trying to close the gap, and then they chain the CC. Edge casts his ultimate.
It's a very enlarged beat stick that he's holding right now. And, well, they do get the knock-up here onto both Pawn, and huge wombo combo picks up 2 members of KT.
Well, we'll take a quick look at this replay.
Great play by
see
Cougar.
Pawn and Mata just got completely sandwiched. Cougar able to get that wrap around the ultimate. And they bring us out. Smeb can't get a perfect angle, and here comes the caster curse.
Oh man, that was so many flashes used. There's the Cocoon onto Soul. He will actually be able to flash away. Get away. Here's Roach. Gonna lock up Smeb. Can they actually turn this one around? It looks like Roach getting too low. So many flashes being used right now. Big amount of damage onto Deft for the follow-up. Take a look. Oh, they want to go on to Score. Really nice pick there by Roach.
It was some really nice team fighting and peeling, and just take a look at
flashes.
this. They move up, and you have to really wonder why. I guess they wanted to visit Bertha the Grom, but then Soul ends up getting hit by the Enchanted Crystal Arrow. Score able to find an angle in onto Soul, but couldn't quite kill him or lock him down. Then Roach was right here. He actually held onto his ultimate. Deft couldn't quite kill him from over the wall. Shockwave came out, put out a ton of damage onto Deft, and then Score doesn't know that he's on top of a ward.
I wonder who put down that ward. Give him the MVP. And with the double mount.
Okay, yeah, that double mountain.
Can they engage here? The answer is no. Baron is taken. And actually the counter engage Punch, but in comes the flash. They want to knock back Score. It didn't quite work. But Smeb all the way in the front will flash over. Looks like he might lose his life, or at least his Guardian Angel. Oh, what? He popped Roach over. Shockwave comes up, and down goes Pawn, actually. Pretty early on, Smeb trying to be a hero.
Hunger's turning down.
They are.
Roach, which are primary engagement tools, but they came out ahead on the fight. Taking a look at the replay, the Baron went down. Smeb looked to turn. Guger looking for a nice angle. Roach went in, whiffed on getting his team the dream engagement. They go over the edge onto Smeb, and then he takes the blasting. Well, actually, his team took it for him.
Yeah.
Punch goes in, finds himself an insect onto Pawn, and with the assistance of Roach and others, they bring him down. Then they take down.
I should have mentioned the two Mountain Greeks too, because these turrets basically don't exist. And nice hook there onto Roach, follow up, and down will go the inhibitor as well. Will they go for the counter engage? Edge did just respawn. Roach though eating so much damage. The stun coming out, big cast there. Can they knock up anyone? Shockwave will hit score, but he gets redemption, and now Edge is gonna eat it, and oh man, Kongdu, they're trying their heart out to make this work, but it is just not going to. Arrow does go wide. Smeb is getting pretty confident right now. KT looking to end this one.
Might be able to. Last Nexus turret falls, but Kongdu, they're fighting.
They're fighting so hard.
Yep.
But that's going to be all she wrote. Game number 2 will go over to KT Rolster, and as they tie it up 1-1.
And that's a win that they needed
really
to have.
It to Kongdu, even though KT was able to eventually win that. Uh-oh, Edge. Oh boy. Where are you gonna go from here? He's forced to flash. The slow does come down. If he can land that dredge line, this guy's dead meat. He doesn't even need the dredge line. Gonna give this one over to Pawn. That will be first blood at 1 minute. Players like to push in a wave like a Syndra can and then go roam. But we don't really see him doing it. Looks like, okay, he's just trying to burst him out. Edge, he's coming in though. Misses the charm though in the totally wrong way though, but a huge play there by Punch. This should be the pickup. And Standing Eddy coming in onto Edge. Score, almost getting into a pretty dangerous situation at the scene.
And that's gonna be a lot of pressure relief in mid, so take a look at this. Exhaust came out really late. Edge whiffed on the charm, but Punch said, no, we're gonna take this a little bit further. Ends up getting the insect off onto Pawn. Score just shy of being able to get the execution onto Edge there.
I was just getting into it.
I was getting all warmed up.
Oh, nice arrow here on Tamada. Will be rooted. Does get the flash away from the ultimate though. Punch coming in. There's the kick and the Sonic Wave. Nice follow-up. Now, can Punch get away is the question. Looks like he should easily be able to. Nice setup there, but it doesn't. Okay, it looks like, yeah, he kind of knows here. He's got to taunt away. Flashes the stun. The Unleashed Power come out. Will it be enough? One more hit will do it. Yes. It will. Okay, they're gonna try to set this up onto Roach. They've been looking for this for a while, and here comes the depth charge. Will taunt away, and Roach, I mean, he doesn't have all that much armor, so really just so much lockup here, and he will be taken out. Okay, the lockup here from Guger. He wants to delay as much as possible. The TP coming in from Smeb. Will they get there on time? Looks like they might just be able to. This is so razor thin. It's picked up though by Punch, and down goes Mata at the same time. Soul, can he survive is the question. Charm is gonna lock up Smeb. It doesn't look like he will survive though. So they're gonna get the Baron, in fact, and only trade.
How much they really want to pick that up. Not really devoting too much attention to it. We'll take a look at the replay. So Guger is doing his best job to stall as long as possible. Soul staying on the outside of the pit as he doesn't have his flash, so he needs to actually just run away as he has no way to get onto the other side of the pit, and inside of it be sitting duck. Edge comes in, charms Nautilus, and Soul realizes, hey, I can't.
Sure, go ahead and take that. We don't really care. For another pick, but look at that chain of corruption onto Punch. The follow-up. Standing United saves his life.
Items before they actually start a team fight, but KT might say that they're not willing to wait.
Oh, look at this in the back. The exhaust comes out, and it will be enough to stop him. So, oh man, he's so close to going down. Meanwhile, Guger on the other side. Okay, Roach will take out Mata. Deft gets extremely low, and Kongdu Looking for more kills. Here comes Punch over the wall. Will be able to land that Sonic Wave. Deft desperately trying to get away the recall. It's not going to happen. Punch coming on in. Just going to kick him in the face for good measure. That's 3 kills to Kongdu Monster.
Now 4 Kongdu Monsters, and this is a problem that KT get into all the time. Well, before I talk about that, look at the replay. Mata almost goes down, but then flashes out last second. Cougar didn't quite get blown up immediately. Roach came in from behind, ends up bringing down Mata. Def shot an arrow. It was an ode to Godvi, as it was not aimed at anyone. Punch came over the wall. Roach didn't have to flash, and then with that, Oracle ends up finding Deft, kicking him into the walls to Europe, and now they're beating KT, so Europe might be better than KT. Edge, gonna find a flank. Gets a ton of damage.
Oh, and they find Deft in the front, the knockup. Will it be enough damage? Just barely it will be, and Roach gets into the back line. Pawn in a lot of trouble here as well. Mata is gonna be charmed. There's the Sonic Wave to clean up, double kill. Going over to Punch. The rest of KT should follow suit. Double kill to Edge in the mid lane on this Ahri. And unbelievable plays by Kongdu right now.
They're going to be able to push this on and get an inhibitor. Don't think that they can get the game, but they might be able to. If they go for it, they have the teleport on Roach. They can lock up a minion.
I think they can do this. 10 seconds left on Mata, 12 for Deft.
They got
They get score. Unbelievable. This might just be the end of the game, and it could be the 2-1. Edge lives, and they're going to be able to do it. The second Nexus turret goes down, and down will go the Nexus. What am I saying? A 2-1 victory to Kongdu Monster over KT.
The Kongdu Monster guy in the crowd is going nuts right now.